Oh, speaking of trucks. ¿De dónde soy? De aquí de Mérida. The first meals that I ever had were out here, you know, and the food vendors.
Viene nuestro amigo a bailar con nosotros, a mover el corte. Vente mantecadín.
Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome back to another episode. In today's episode, we're out here in El Centro, out here in Merida, Yucatan. In fact, we're out here in front of La Casa del Pueblo. And the reason we're out here and the reason we're going to be walking through this part of El Centro is because we're going to be retracing a lot of the steps that I first made when I first moved out here. And we're going to walk together through El Centro and you know, just take a little trip down memory lane together. So I hope you guys are ready for a fun little adventure, and let's see how much this place has changed in the last 5 years. All right, so without further ado, where am I? So I am here, right, like I said, this is La Casa del Pueblo, okay? And this is 65th, all right? This is La Calle 65, all right? And when I first moved out here, I lived in an Airbnb that was about 10-15 minute walk down that street, and I used to walk down that street, walk all the way down. The more things change, the more they stay the same. So this traffic is, you know, I'm in kind of like the downtown area. I'm living in the downtown area-ish, a little bit outside of it. So this is just the regular rush hour traffic. It's like 5 o'clock. All right, you know, walk all the way down into El Centro. And so right now, that's what we're going to be doing again. We're going to be walking to El Centro. We're going to be taking a little trip, you know, around what a typical day was for me when I first moved out here, and how much of a culture shock this whole thing was for me. Imagine for you as well. So, you know, just so you can get an idea, you know, these were the first images, the first, you know, moments, you know, basically first days that I moved out here was looking at all this. Now, when I first moved here years ago, again, it was 5 years ago, and it was during the presidential election, and this whole area here was super busy, and there was like a lot of you know, election stuff, and there was a lot of things going on here. And basically this is like where everybody gathers, you know, every time there's some sort of a, you know, like an election or, you know, anything like that. I walk here through here every day, kind of, and look what they have going on here. Some sort of festival. Oh, never mind. It's a presidential thing. You know, any kind of political anything. Again, La Casa del Pueblo, which translates to town hall. The house of the village, you know, so the house of the, you know, basically where the people gather. All right, sorry, my English not so good sometimes. But anyway, but this is, you know, basically where all the people gather. All right, this is the people's house. There you go, the people's house. Literally, that's what it translates to. All right, so back in the day, you know, when I first moved out here, all this was all election, presidential stuff. It was all party stuff, you know. But this is really like a bus depot. There's like a bus terminal there. Behind this, you know, there's like a giant what you would call it, mercado, you know, basically where a lot of people would go on and buy their you know, buy their fruits, buy their vegetables, you know, buy all the things that came straight from the farm, straight from the people's you know, growing areas out there, wherever it is, as you guys can see. And by the way, so I honestly thought there was going to be a lot more traffic out here, because when I was here 5 years ago, when I was here 5 years ago, you know, there was so much more traffic, you know, this whole area, and usually there's a lot more traffic. So usually, you know, there's all this traffic, it's just backed up and backed up and backed up all the way out there. But as of now, you know what I mean, like it seems, you know, we're good, you know, thank God. That's, you know, hopefully I can show you a little more. So right now it is Friday afternoon, 12:30 p.m. The reason the skies are the way they are is because, you know, we're about to hit the rainy season. We're about to hit the really hot season. And since we're about to do that, It's let me see if I can step over to the other side. You know, it's very hot and humid right now. So right now it is like close to 100 degrees. It feels like it's 105. I checked, okay? So it feels like it's 105 with like 40% humidity. So that's what we're looking at right now. All right, but anyways, like I was saying, we got a carpenter there. So you can see, you know, we're here in El Centro. And you know, this is where everything's at. So these were my first impressions of you know, El Centro. Remember, like I was walking, you know, all the way down from the Airbnb, which is like a 15-minute walk, and then eventually I got here to El Centro, which was the city, and these were my first sights. All right, let's get on the sidewalk here. Okay. So when I first moved here, you know, like I said, these were a lot of the first sites that I was seeing, and it was a lot more congested. It was a lot busier. There's a lot more going on. Things are cleaner as well right now. And by the way, don't let it, you know, don't let this fool you. Like I said, you come here on another typical day, like on a Saturday, and you cannot walk on these streets because you come out. That's why I was thinking, let me come out here today. All right, this must be a new store, I guess. I don't want to be, you know, filming in the stores or anything like that too much. You know how people get all wonky. Look at that furniture store. So yeah, there's a lot of new stores. There's a lot of new areas. There's a lot of new things that I don't recognize. So things have, you know, turned around. Again, it's been 5 years. You know, for anyone that's been around, you guys know things have changed a lot in the last 5 years. So, you know, as of now, I'm seeing it's less congested. Maybe it's because of the time of day. I don't know. But that's the only thing I really see in difference. But yeah, as I was saying, you come out here on a Saturday afternoon and it's like New York City where you can't walk and everything is shoulder to shoulder. And I've made many videos out here. They got a department store here. We have another, that's like a department store, almost like a dollar store type, but it's like a dollar store, not a dollar store. It's, you know, one of those. But see, we got newer buses and older buses. They're starting to get newer buses. Like newer buses than this. This is still an older bus, but they're starting to, you know, get newer buses out here again. See, look, that's definitely a new business. Definitely a lot of change so far. Like I said, very hot, very humid. All right, I'm gonna walk on here. You got people, all kinds of vendors selling all kinds of things on the street. But yeah, so I guess one of the big differences is there was more people on the street, more people selling on the street. It was more congestion, not in a good way. I feel like now things are less congested. I guess we can cross, right? So I think now things are less congestion, that's for sure, which is good. But at the same time, you know, there are moments, like I said, you come out here in certain moments and certain hours during the day and it starts getting really crazy. So I think I just got here, you know, at a really good time where there's not that much traffic. So depending on who's watching this, some people might think, oh, there's a lot of people out. Some people might say, oh, there's not that many people out. But anywho's, like I said, when I first got here 5 years ago, all this was traffic, all this was congestion, you know, bumper to bumper. And like I said many times, it's bumper to bumper as well. That's why I don't come out here in the truck. Oh, speaking of trucks, so yeah, when I first got here, you know what I mean? It was the bus. See, look, that guy's, I think, expecting a delivery. Yeah, well, I'm not gonna waste time. But you know, like literally that guy's getting the delivery from the bus. Hopefully I can show you, but anyways. There you go. See, he's starting to get congested again. There we go. All right, I'm gonna cross over. is I want to show you. All right, gotta look both ways, right? You see, I got everything. But yeah, so I remember when I first came out here, you know, one of the first things that I was looking for, I remember, because I was just fresh off the plane. I had just gotten here. You know, I had just gotten here from Los Angeles, from the US. And one of the things I was looking for, yeah, sorry about the music. Sorry about that. There was a lot of copyrighted type music that they were playing there. But anyways, I was just about to say, so right here, I want to cross over, but the music is blaring from the bank. All right, which is, all this is brand new. All this is brand new. So the bank built all this and gentrified this area. So just so you know, in case people are wondering, all right? All right, so the bank, the Mexican bank, all right? A strong Mexican bank, Banco Azteca. But anyway, so they fixed all this area up here. And but yeah, so I was coming out here to like this pharmacy and just looking for pharmacies, another one there, and I was really looking for, you know, my my allergy medicine, which after, by the way, after I couldn't find it, I realized I didn't have to take it anymore because my allergies were starting to go away, and eventually they did go away, and I didn't have anything to worry about. All right. Yeah, I'm right here in the middle of the street. Let me get out of the way. But yeah, so it's funny because I'm thinking to myself, I haven't been out here in a while, and they were getting rid of a lot of street vendors. But look, they build a brand new street right because of the bank, and look at this, brand new vendors. So in fact, what I'm looking at is that I think that they're widening the, you know, the streets here, and now, you know, the vendors have even more room. So now the vendors can do their thing, and you can walk. Look at this, mucho better. Because before the sidewalk was half of this. In fact, we're gonna walk on the other side, so you can get an idea of what I mean. But look at this. So now they've widened the streets, those sidewalks, more importantly, and now the vendors, you know, they got to post up here instead of on the other side, which doesn't make any sense. So, all right, I'm just going through the market. And I think you guys have seen the market many times. I have, you know, plenty of videos where I've come out here by myself or come out here with Christian. And so the market's around here, Lucas de Galvez, the whole thing. So we're not, you know, we don't want to get off track. I'm just trying to show you. So you see that street over there, which is where we're going to go now? That's where the vendors used to be. So I like what they're doing. This is awesome. So you see, gentrification isn't always bad. So because of the gentrification over here, look at the humongous streets. Because the vendors used to be here. So the vendors used to pile up over here, and this is like, again, look how small, look how small the space is. You know, imagine all the vendors here, everybody getting off the bus, everybody getting on the bus, all the other people walking by. It was a mess. And so, you know what? Actually, I think what we're seeing more of, you know, like a store that sells all kinds of plastics and all kinds of materials. But anyways, as we're seeing, you know, a lot of the development and growth out here, that's why you're seeing less people traffic in a sense, because a lot of the people traffic is being diverted. It's you know, it's decongesting the people traffic, and also helping decongest the truck traffic, the vehicle traffic. Anyways, I hope you guys are enjoying today's video where we're just walking around, kind of like showing you what things look like today 5 years later after me moving here. So look, there you go. Here's a prime example of exactly what I was talking about. And these streets right here, again, they're a little wider, and yet look how congested it is here. Hold on. Look how congested it is here. Okay, and look, all of a sudden now, yes, it does feel more claustrophobic. It does feel more like, yeah, you know what I mean? There's more people going around the whole thing. So yes, interesting. So we're gonna go around here, but actually I wanted to be on the other side because I wanted to show you something else on the other side. But yes, I see all the vendors are back in full power. Thank God, that's good. So we were coming out through there. Okay, that's the street we were coming down, all right? Hey, hola, dímelo. Hey. All right. So we came down from over there. We came down, sorry. Those vendors, okay, sorry, I got distracted. Okay, so we came down from that street, and then this is the street I would walk down, all right? Let me see if I can give you a full 360, all right? All right. right, we'll walk down here. We'll walk down this street, but then there was not that many vendors here. All right, that was kind of like the difference, but there's more vendors out now. That's great. Okay, so out here, you know, again, all this was full of traffic. I would have to walk through all this, all the people see traffic, all the car traffic, all the everything traffic, and make my way through here. Oh, look, ice. Hey, hey. Hello, hello. Dímelo, dímelo. Hello. Look at the ice. Hola, hola. ¿De dónde soy? De aquí de Mérida.
Estaba grabando de Estados Unidos.
Hasta luego. So anyway, so yes, I would come through here. He's disappointed I was from here. Anyways, I should have told him I was from like somewhere fancy, like the United States. Anyways, so yeah, all this was all full of people, all full of things, you know, all throughout. The vendors were more on this side, actually, you know, now that I remember. I don't know if I can dig up some older videos so I can show you, but a lot of the vendors were out here and here. You see the vendors are out here as well. Tons of, and I remember, like, you know, the first time I had to go to a bank, it was like somewhere deep in there, and I was like, oh god, you know, I was all scared, you know, like, oh my god, are they gonna take my money, all this, and only to quickly realize it's beyond safe out here. But yes, my bank was, you know, the bank that I was able to find when I first came out here was all the way deep down there. Now, I would come out here at all times of days and the night. All right, let's cross over now real quick. All right, you know, the camera's already starting to overheat at record pace today. Like I already told you what the heat was in SD, everything's starting to heat up. Not just the camera, but, you know, we're starting to get busy out here. But as I was saying, out here in this area, you know, see, look, the cop is already showing up in order to start directing traffic. And so, yeah, we just got here a little early before things started getting chaotic. But as I was saying, out here, that's where I had my first meals, in this area, okay? So, again, you know, my Airbnb was over there. I would have walked down this over here. That's where the bank was. You know, when I had to go to the bank, that's where the center was and most of the city was. And then over here, no te preocupes. And then over here, yeah, see, everybody complains about them. No comment. Anyway, so all I'm saying is that over here is where all the, you know, all the vendors were, and all the food vendors. Okay, so the first meals, you know, the first meals that I ever had. The first meals that I ever had were out here, you know, and the food vendors. All right, so I'm on my way back. Look at all this. Look at all this grub. It's heavy. 6 tacos, a hamburger, and 3 hot dogs. 78 pesos. So I guess he's asking him for his address or something. I don't know. Not quite sure what's going on over there. Anyway, so the first food vendors I had were over here. All right, and basically, you know, I would come out here and, you know, during the day or during the night. Most of the time, as you guys already know, I only have 1 meal a night. I think that guy got in trouble. See, he's telling him to pull over so you can give him a, who knows what he did. Anyways, again, you see, everybody gets treated differently out here. No comment on that either. I'll let you just make your own judgments, all right, by what you're seeing or yourself, all right? As I was saying, so out here is where a lot of the vendors were, you know, to sell food. Hey, how's it going again? Yeah, because I was filming when I lost the battery, and so I lost the fact that I said hi to him, and I wanted to say hi to him. He's such a nice guy. But anyways, so out here is where I had the food vendors, and I would come out here, have my first tacos ever, my first meals ever, and I would either eat them here, or I would just, you know, take them to go, and just walk down that street, and then hop on the bus over there, and then the bus would take me all the way back. All right, because as you know, I was walking from that way. All right, so I would walk down that street, come all the way out here, have my meal, and then, you know, walk all the way back down on the other street, okay? Because it's one way each direction. All right, so I guess they're all delivering eggs. Saludos, gracias. The friendliest egg delivery people ever. All right, let's go. So now this is the same exact street. Remember, we came down that street, bank was there, and then this is the street that we're now gonna walk down. All right, so I'm actually gonna change the battery, all right, so that way we have and cool the camera down a little bit before we continue on our journey. And as you guys can see, you know, the taxi driver's there fighting with the cop over God knows what. Same as it ever was, no matter where the hell you're from, right? All right, let me get out of the street, all right, and let me cool down the camera, and I'll see you guys in a few seconds. This episode is not sponsored by Electrolit, but anyway, so if you're out here and you're sweating to the oldies like me, get yourself this right here or something like it, okay, which is basically like Pedialyte, and it's just, you know, it's a million times better than Gatorade. People don't drink Gatorade or anything like that out here. They drink things like this, which actually do help you replenish all your, you know, all your electrolytes and all your vitamins and all that, whatever, and it makes you feel brand new all over again, so you can sweat it all out again. All right, so we're back. As you guys can see, it's already been cleared up. We took a little break, and now we're gonna take our continued path down Calle 65. All right, so again, this is a very typical path, and you know, a lot of people take this every single day. As you guys can see, people starting to show up and pile up. I'm gonna see if I can walk in the middle of the street, so that way so you guys can get the best view possible, but I'm gonna try not to get run over at the same time, so wish me luck. Look at that. All right, oh look here, you know, this is where we bought Gizmo's thing. Look at that. Back in the day, I think we made an episode on that as well, a long time ago, many years ago. All right, so again, a lot has changed and a lot hasn't changed. You know, basically I feel like it's just less congestion, but there's more action going on, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like you know, a lot of businesses have turned over. I do see a lot of businesses that are new, a lot of businesses that have gone kaput. I do see a lot more economic action, that's for sure, and it's really cool. I don't know, whatever. I mean, this is my perspective. I could be wrong, I don't know. I'm just a guy with the camera here. But I do like the fact that the traffic has lessened up. That is very good. Because a lot of people are always complaining about, you know, a lot of people complain about the traffic and the traffic and the traffic. And remember, I think a lot of it is the people that live in the north, or they live in the more developed areas. And when you're living in those very developed areas, there's a lot more traffic up north. All right, sorry about all that music there. So, all right, I see the traffic piling up behind me. Here we go, get off the street. All right, see those piñatas, everybody loves their piñata out here. So, all right. So we're now approaching, you know, we're now approaching close to where the Mercado de Galvez entrance type area is. Again, as I was pointing earlier, anything in that direction is like Mercado stuff. But there's all types, you know, it's Mercado de Galvez, but there's also, like, you know, the main center where everybody gets their things for restaurants or in bulk or what have you. There's, you know, there's many markets, you know. It's not just the touristy market or the market of the people, which is El Mercado de Galvez. So again, back in the day, all this, everybody beeping to the traffic, right? So you see, it's already starting to pile up. But anyways, back in the day when I first moved here, all this, that whole part, we're gonna walk in there in a second, that whole area was full of vendors, all kinds of food vendors, and all this area was full of vendors as well. And then again, this is Mercado de Galvez, all right? Again, you can check out the video I made on that. I gotta make a new one soon. But again, all these vendors on the side, on the outside, and then the Mercado entrance is over there. Again, they guys selling flowers or whatever. You see? Everybody's just doing their thing. You know? I'm not quite sure they got a business license or anything. I think they're just, you know, surviving. You know, for anyone out there who still has their doubts, you know, on the whole business situation, which again, we're going to be doing more videos on, all right? And, you know, to help you guys, all right, with knowledge on business, all right? So anyways, all right, let's go. Let's keep the camera forward. I know this is preferable to look at. So yeah, like I said, so this whole area here, you know, was full of vendors. Now they cleaned it all out, and now the park is the park again. I like that, because again, it's not like they get rid of the vendors, they just move the vendors, you know, so that people can walk, so that, you know, the traffic is lessened, so that everybody can enjoy Ed Centro. So actually, I like it, you know, as long as they don't get rid of them and they just move them, that's fine with me. So they've added things like bicycle racks. They never had this before, so coming out to Ed Centro on your bicycle was nearly impossible. You had nowhere to park it. Look at that, now they got all these bicycle racks all over the place. This park right here, we've been through here before. That's Mercado de Galvez over there. We've already shown you all this multiple times in other videos. I'm just, you know, we're just taking a little trip down memory lane. And we've gone down this street recently as well with Christian. So let's just keep it going this way. Let's show you other areas. And like I said, I'm retracing the steps. So basically, you know, when I got to this intersection, I only went 2 places, you know, which are 3 places. The Mercado over there, or I would go to the market, which is over there. We're gonna go over there now. Or then down that way, you know, in order to get, you know, things like blunts or whatever, or other accessories, you know, that I needed. That had stores over there. Again, I've covered it in other videos. But then, you know, a few stores over there, the food market over there, and then we had the grocery store over here, and that's it. And then this was like my area. I mean, I lived out here for a while before I moved down to Paseo Montejo area. Okay, so this was my area. But now you can already see it's starting to pile up. People are starting to show up. That's it. Now it's getting busy. I think I just got here too early. So yeah, right now it's probably like 1 o'clock. I would say it's like 1 o'clock at the moment. All right. All right, some fellow foreigners. All right, as we got. So anyways, out here there was a lot of things as well. All right, as you guys again, I don't know if you guys don't remember, but out here there used to be more vendors and more things going on. So this place was just packed and packed and packed and packed and packed and packed, and it was a mess. I like the fact that it's clean now. We get the people, you know, we get the trees, we get the birds. It's nice. It's nice. And then the vendors can just do their thing elsewhere. But anyways, so I used to walk down this way. All right. And then this way over here. See, look. Nice park. So we got a bunch of stores over there. We got a bunch of, you know, it's at Centro. Anything you can imagine that they sell out here. So, yeah, all the way out there. More bike racks. I love to see all the bike racks. I'm gonna come out here on my bicycle next time, actually. So I gotta come out here on my bicycle. But again, before it used to be really bad to come out here on your bicycle because all this was so much traffic. And then, you know, just riding your bike, you have to ride it on here. You cannot get on the sidewalk. So, you know. Anyway, so right there, that's Soriana right there, which is like the worst Soriana in the history of Sorianas. This is just a regular grocery store, but that's the one I used to go to. And they have nothing there. They just got the bare minimum, the bare essentials in a sense. And that's where I would go for the longest time, for over a month. All right. We got other stores this way. Some new, some old, and all that. But yeah, that was a grocery store. And it's a tiny little grocery store. I'm not gonna go in there. Any one of these corporate stores don't like, you know, don't like any tourist in there or anybody in there with a camera or anything. So you're just gonna have to deal with that and just admire the outside. Okay. But yeah, normally when you're out here and you're on your bicycle, you gotta do like this guy, and you gotta ride with everybody else, and you know, that's dangerous on its own. Trust me, I'm not a fan of coming out here on my bicycle. Walking, yes, I'd rather take the risk of walking, but not, you know. So, all right, let's see. Let me see. What direction we gotta go? I think we gotta go one more block. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, all this area, you know what I mean? I used to walk all this all the time. It was all very, very, very common for me. So, you know, again, we're just walking out here in the middle of the street like it's all good. But yeah, look at all the people now, you know, all the stores, everything. It's just, but a lot has changed and a lot has not changed. And you know, it's nice to take a walk down memory lane. And I mean, I still come down here. A lot of times I'll come out here through my car. I don't take a walk like this through this area like I used to. You know, again, I used to walk through these areas. I used to walk and take, you know, take these walks like more than one time a week. I used to be out here very, very, very commonly. And so right now I'm just retracing the steps of like my first month or so of me being out here. But the reality is that, you know, when I used to live in the other part, you know, by Paseo Montejo, I used to still frequent these areas as well. Now, maybe not this street and this area particularly, which I'm showing you right now, which is why I'm coming through here at the moment. And we'll show you other parts and other episodes, you know, again, as we retrace a lot of those steps that we first made when we first came out here. But look, again, I don't know if you guys saw, there was somebody smoking a cigarette on the street without a problem, just like always. But okay. So I hope a lot of what I'm saying is making sense. I hope this episode is making sense. I hope you guys are enjoying it. For some of you guys that have been watching for a very long time, for those of you guys that are starting to watch this and this is maybe your first episode, again, welcome. And I hope you guys are enjoying, you know, just a day in the life, man. You know, a day in the life, because basically, you know, what this episode is mostly about is like, can you survive out here alone? Can you live out here alone? Can you you know, all that stuff. And so out here, this is the first place I got ice cream back in the day. You know, I want to cross, but I think I don't know when the traffic light's about to turn or not. But anyways, but over there, that was the first ice cream place. You know, a lot of these places you're seeing right here, you know, she's crossing. All right, I'm gonna cross with her. Let's go. All right. See, people. Anyways, all right. Thank you. So out here, there you see the cathedral. All right, we're gonna walk down that way. All right, the cathedral, the center of the city. All right, you see the buses, everything. Out here, ice cream place. So this place very famous. You know, this right here, this seat where this lady, where I'm putting the camera on. I'm sorry, lady, but that right there, I was sitting there, one of the first episodes ever, eating my ice cream and having my camera pointed out this way, you know, showing, you know, kind of like this view, you know, and it's the best ice cream, period. $1, right? Literally, that's what it costs. $1 for this. But yeah, for sure. And so like they've changed a lot. You know, all this is new paint up there. You know, they've renovated a bunch. Oh look, let's check this guy out. This guy's out of my view. I mean, out of my. I have a path I'm walking. All right, by the way. All right, but look, I have to. Oh look, that guy got arrested. Somebody got arrested.
Para que baile con nosotros Mantecarín, la botarga. Viene nuestro amigo a bailar con nosotros, a mover el corte. Vente Mantecarín, eso Mantecarín.
So anyways, I wanted to show you. I wanted to show you, man. These guys are around everywhere.
Así que ya saben.
All right. So I just had to stop and do a little dance, all right? But anyway, so the path is this way, all right? To get to its Centro. But yeah, that's a famous ice cream spot. This area is famous. You know, like I said, famous to me because I've been here a million times. And you know, when I first moved out here, in fact, I got footage, I'm pretty sure, of this area here. You know, maybe like a police officer pushing a car. You know, like I said, I was eating ice cream there. You know, a lot of things. A lot of memories in this area here. A lot of memories. All right. So now we're going to take it back this way. All right. But yeah. So those dancing mascots are everywhere. That guy was a mascot for, you know, bakery. But, oh man, this freaking music. Oh my God. Anyways, that freaking music. Sorry about the music again. So much music playing out here. Everybody trying to demonetize me. So anyways, so as I was saying, everybody has a different mascot out here. You know, the bakery had their mascot. It was a giant muffin. And then usually the Similares, you know, they got their mascot, which is, you know, one of the best mascots ever, which is, you know, that dancing doctor. You know, you see him everywhere. He's also pretty awesome. And stuff like that. Yeah, I'm walking kind of slow, so I don't want to be holding up traffic behind me. But yeah, man, you know, there's like all kinds of new stores, a lot of new things out here. I used to remember back in the day, this was not this way. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like there's so much new, you know, new stores and more action going on. And a lot of the older stores are gone. And it's, you know, not necessarily, I don't want to say necessarily like gentrification per se, but it is. But it's not what people think. You know, it's you know, it's just different. Like, the thing is that, here, let me move over here where there's less noise. Sorry, this is music and cars and okay, all right. So back in the day, by back in the day, I mean not that long ago. Yeah, it's so hot out here, the camera keeps turning off. I think where I left off was where I was talking about gentrification. And as to what gentrification is not exactly what you think it is, because as you guys can see, a lot of the places haven't really changed, but they have. And we got newer stores, but when you look at who owns the newer stores, or who owns a lot of these newer businesses, whatever the size of the business, you know, big or small, you know, they're being owned by other immigrants. You know, there's a lot of Chinese out here, a lot of Arabs out here, a lot of, you know, immigrants from all over the place. And on top of that, you know, there are also other Mexicans, you know, tons of Mexicans. Okay, so again, out here, you know, it's more deep in the Centro. All right, we're not going to go down that way, we're going to go down this street. But like I said, you know, a lot of immigrants as well that are coming from lots of parts of Mexico. So, you know, many Mexicans are moving out here, and they are, you know, working out here, living out here, you know, trying to get ahead out here. Because again, think about it, you know, you're coming from another part of Mexico where things are crazy expensive, you know, whether it's housing or other forms of living. And you know, you find out about this area here in Merida, which again, it's very, very, it's like paradise. You know, a lot of people consider this place paradise simply because of the weather and you know, what it is to be so close to the beach. And you know, don't get me started, you already know, it's not paradise for everybody, but it is for some people. So you know, a lot of people that have, you know, come from colder climates, you know, whether in Mexico or other parts of Latin America or other parts of the US or Canada or whatever, you know, a lot of them are choosing to come out here simply because of the weather, and so the lower prices that come with the weather. And sure, you know, the prices have definitely gone up and things have changed, but they're not, you know, what they used to be. You know, things have definitely you know, leveled out, because things used to be very, very inexpensive out here, and now they're not. You know, now they're, you know, more on par with other parts of Mexico, which it should be. Now, you know, one of the things that doesn't reflect yet is the pay. So a lot of people out here, they don't get paid that much. You know, the amount of pay for a typical person that lives out here is not as much as it is in other parts of Mexico. And now the cost of living is starting to go up. So, you know, back in the day, the cost of living out here was minimal, and you know, the rate of pay for people was also very minimal, you know, on the lower end, you know, of all the other states in Mexico. And for the longest time that was okay. But now, as prices, you know, have increased here because of many reasons, again, you know, so many people find Merida very desirable. Again, it's not just you expats, you know, or immigrants that are watching this and speak English and watch my videos. Remember, there's a gazillion people that are moving all over the world, and a lot of people are moving out here, and that's what's really causing a lot of the prices to go up. Hola. And so that's it. So okay, now we're gonna take a little tour. We're gonna walk around at Centro here. All right, we're gonna take a you know, just walk around, and we're gonna come out that way. All right, so waiting for it to be safe to pass, if it is safe to pass. And so, you know, you see a lot of these vendors, you know, yeah, some of these vendors are local, some of them come from other states, and they're coming out here to sell, and you know, and all that other stuff. There's all kinds of things going on. So look, oh wow, they're setting up a stage all the way over there. Seems like some event is happening over there. So let me see, I'm trying to figure out what to walk. You know what, I think I'm gonna walk through here. All right, but you see, you know, there's I mean, I can walk through the whole park, and this is just an episode on its own, but you know, there's vendors over there. You know, that guy's cleaning shoes, things like that. Yeah, you know what, let's just take a quick walk over there, and you can get an idea, and then we'll go through the stage. We'll just take a quick walk around here, don't worry about it, we'll figure it out. There's never any rhyme to reason to my episodes anyway. So you see, this gonna leave your shoes brand new, no matter what kind of shoe. All right, even tennis shoes, believe it or not.
Expensive.
Okay. But yeah, as I was saying, you know, a lot of people are moving here from all parts of Mexico, you know, and it's not just, you know, not just, you know, immigrants from other countries. And so this guy's very famous, you know, he's out here singing, doing his thing. That's like a big art thing over there. They always set up all kinds of events and art things and all that down there. Shown it many times. You know, I've been through out here a gazillion times and shown you a billion times. So just trying to encourage you guys. All right. You're not so friendly. I think he was recruiting for the Air Force. I didn't know they had an Air Force. But anyway, so this is right here in the center. Usually this is open and clear, you know, for the birds. All the birds are out here. They got the big flagpole here, everything. So I guess something's going on. something. I don't know what. It seems like some sort of music event. Seems like some sort of symphonic event. So again, this city is full of art and culture and just events happening all the time. So remember, today's Friday afternoon. Seems like they're setting up for the weekend. Who knows what they're doing there? So that's what's going on over there. Hold on. And yeah, it's right here in the center. So that's going on, you know. That's something, you know, it's awesome. But these things like this were always going on, you know. This is nothing new either. So again, that's a famous Merida sign. Let's take a walk this way. See, they're setting up for something here. But yeah, a lot of times it's very common for this whole area. This is why I'm showing it to you. You know, when I was first coming out here and I was like, oh wow, they're always doing events, they're always doing things here. This is the most amazing thing ever. And it was all free, everything, all kinds of events, you know, everything from Mexican Independence Day, you know, to just all kinds of events, any kind of event that you could imagine. So we're just cutting across the park. We're just zigzagging all around. Let's go around this way. I don't want to break my ass. All right. So we're just zigzagging across here. So again, we came down that street. And remember, we were walking from all the way over there. So this is my first home, and the area we've been walking from has been all the way over there. We made our way down this way, and then this way up north, straight up that way is Paseo Montejo. And then there's a bunch of stores here, a bunch, you know, this is more touristy out here. You know, again, you know, there's just all kinds, again, just like I was showing you back there, there was more artsy-fartsy stuff over here. You know, it's all over the place. So, yeah, I'm not gonna go in there and show you. You guys can, okay? All nice artsy-fartsy stuff, artsy-fartsy stores, all kinds of everything, money exchange, you name it. So this is all touristy, you know, it's all for tourists in there, tourist heavy, okay? And again, I've shown you this, I've walked down this path a million times before. Comida Yucateca, you know, which is again Yucatecan food. You know, they got the subway, which has been here 700 years. They got the dulceria de Colón. Okay. So again, the ice creams here are some of the best ice cream in my opinion. So right here, the best ice cream is right here. All right, me and Christian met on the one in Paseo Montejo, but this is, I think, the original one. I don't know. Anyways, 1907. So over 100 years of ice cream making. They know what they're doing. It's awesome. All right, so now we're gonna keep crossing. See, look, see, it's all touristy. See, she's like, oh, come over here, buy my thing, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, so again, this is a touristy thing. Oh, saludos. Anyways, she's like, ah, fuck. All right, sorry. All right, so, yeah, so, you know, these are all the main streets. You know, this is calle 62, 62. You take it down that way. You go to Parque Santa Ana, Paseo Montejo, you know, all the art galleries, whatever, you know. And then here, again, you know, this is all like, there's a bookstore there, a museum, that's at Palacio. So yeah, I forgot to mention, that's a palace, you know, basically the kind of city hall. So that building with the big flag on it, you see it? All right, that's City Hall. All right, so we got City Hall over there, and all the way across from the park, which I forgot to mention, which we'll see again, we're gonna go over that way, you know, is the cathedral. I think you can barely make it out over there, all the way over there, cathedral. All right, well, anyways, so this is all very touristy, but at the same time, it's at Centro. And if you guys know anything about the center of most major cities, you know, a lot of things are going on here. So these are all like taxis or Ubers or whatever, waiting for people. And then all these are, again, the museums and events. So, you know, out here, you know, throughout the year, throughout the year, you know, they have different events out here almost every night of the week. And on Sundays and weekends and stuff like that, they close all these streets down. They have all these events here. You know, they got not parades, but you know, they close this whole street down here. Let me give you a little more bird's eye view. But look, hey, see the sign? But yeah, so all of this whole area here closes down. There's all kinds of vendors set up all around here. All kinds of events happen here. You know, they set up stages, they do dances, typical dances, touristy things, you know, all kinds of whatevers. You know, over there in the cathedral at night, they show a bunch of laser shows. And I can go on and on and on and on and on. You know what I mean? Like I said, you know, whether you're a local or a visitor or someone that has moved here recently, there's like a gazillion things to do all over the place. So, all right, sorry, we're trying to get this way here. Okay, so, you know, just keep going that way, and we kind of circle back. If you keep going down that street all the way over there, you kind of circle back to, you know, where we were at one point, you know, and this episode. I know, I have no idea how long this episode's been, but I got a feeling we've been out here for a while now. So yeah, so basically, you know, all this used to be the area I used to walk around and hang around on and live out here and all kinds of things. And it's funny, you know, and it's interesting to see how things have changed and how things have stayed the same. You know, they got these new electric carriages because they're trying to be, you know, more animal friendly, you know. So you guys can see the beautiful horse. All right, very typical out here. But they're, you know, trying to upgrade and get rid of the horse, and now they're doing just an electric carriage, which is just a carriage by itself. But, you know, I don't think it's working very well. But anyways, there's a whole other story on its own there, as you guys can figure it out. But yeah, you know what I mean? Like I said, all this closes down, all these streets close down all the time. There's something going on in Centro right now, and I can go on and on. This place is always popping. And I remember back in the day, there was a lot more vendors and restaurants here. So also on Sundays, this whole street closes down. On Sundays, this whole street closes down here. Imagine how inconvenient, right? So this whole street right here that you're seeing right here, let me see if I can eventually cross the street. But anywho's, all of this is all food vendors. Food vendors, food vendors, food vendors. Oh, and look at that. Look who's all the way over there. Dancing, another dancing mascot. We got Dr. Simi. Oh, we're gonna go over there. Gonna go pay him a visit. All right. Yeah, because we're, you know, about to get on the bus soon. We're gonna get back home, right? So look, this is one of the electric carriages I was telling you about. Let's see if I can show you. You see, without the horse. All right. So, I don't know. You guys make your own opinions on all that. You let me know what you think, you know, about that whole situation down in the comment section. If you prefer the horses or the electrical, if you like the electrical one. All right, let's see if we can dance, because we got to change the batteries soon again. So let's see. Hopefully we can re-energize the batteries with some dancing here. Let's go. So I just like making a fool out of myself, and I should just be a mascot, you know. In fact, some people say I'm the mascot of this city, but I prefer to remain anonymous. He gets everybody. So I don't know where the camera cut off, but I know the camera cut off at some point here, you know, after me dancing. Again, it just got too hot. It just got way too hot with me dancing with this guy. But as I was saying, you know, for a lot of you guys are always asking me, hey, can I get a job out here? Yeah, you can get a job. If you like dancing in this hot weather and sweating to the oldies, and you want to get paid about $100 a week, you can get in one of those suits, and they're always hiring. Because I inquired just out of curiosity, because I saw like some ad on Facebook one day, and yeah, it's like about 100 something a week for like 1,000,000 hours of you dancing in a hot suit. Again, it's 105 right now. Imagine how hot it is in that suit. So anyways, there's a cathedral. All right, we've already made our way around the park. All right, and now we're going to continue down this way. Again, we are just basically retracing the steps that I used to take on a regular basis, okay, when I was out here. Just, you know, to get my things done, you know, whether I was going to the bank or trying to get some money out, or, you know, buying, you know, my daily things, you know, my food, whatever it is. This was basically the path that I used to take. And so, you know, a lot of times when I was kind of like done with my day, because, you know, I was always ending up around here, is always the center of town. I would always end up, you know, having to go this way. And why this way? Well, because this way is where the buses were. So I would walk out here to Centro, but a lot of times, you know, by the time I was on my way back, you know, I had a few things on me. So I had no other choice. I couldn't afford an Uber or a Didi or a taxi or anything like that. I had no other choice, but I had to, you know, walk all the way down that way until I got to the bus station. All right, and I'm gonna show you where that bus station is, and let's see if the buses are still there or not. Out here giving everybody today. All right, here. All right. I feel like the Mexican Mr. Beast. That's right. Anyways. Bruh. Yeah, sorry about all that loud music. Hopefully it's not, you know, demonetizing too much or messing up the vibe too much here. All right, let's go. So yeah, so I would walk all the way down this way. You know, let's see how much longer I got on the battery here. And the heat, so yeah, very hot, very humid out, but it feels good. Again, it's like, it's really rejuvenating. I'm not gonna lie, before I came out here to do this episode, I was slugging it around. I was not looking forward to coming out here to, you know, make a video, but I forced myself to do it, and now I feel great. I feel like $1 million bucks, you know. So, but it's not for everybody. All right, let me see if I can cross real quick here as the traffic is starting to build up. So as you guys can see, traffic is starting to build up. All right. Got all kinds of things going on all over the place. All right, so we're waiting to cross. So as you guys can see, you know, people with their bags, you know, people with their, you know, whatever. All right, we got more action. All right, more action over here. All right. I got no more coins. I got no more coins. I feel bad. I ran out of coins. They're waiting for the bus. As you guys can see, there's a bus stop. All right, they're all waiting for the bus right there. So the bus stops have changed. I'm gonna take, you know, I'm gonna take you where the bus stops are now. All right. But yeah, you know, I used to have to walk this, you know, a lot, like multiple times a week. So, you know, maybe like 5 times a week. You know, I used to come out here, and you know, I have to do a different thing every day of the week. All dependent. You see the buses. So yeah, so they changed it. I see that they're putting the buses now, they're spreading them out, and they're making it easier for people to, you know, to get on the bus and to figure out the route and all that stuff. So I remember when I first moved here, one of my major complaints was the buses. You know, the fact that all the buses out here were terrible. You know, not the buses themselves, I mean the bus routes and the way it was organized and the way the buses all worked and the system. It was such a, oh wait, I got another coin. Everybody's blind out here, huh? Bruh. But anyways, God bless her, man. You know, all good. I got the money. And by the way, each one of those coins is a 20 peso coin, and they don't know it until they see it. So that's like the biggest coin denomination. That's like $1. So they should get them something. More than 25 cents or a dime. I'm not trying. I'm just saying that, you know, just because that's the only change I got, because I forgot that I when I bought that electrolyte. So anyways, all right. So like I said, you know, this is just a typical route. In fact, I'm gonna let this guy pass me here, because that used to be me right there with all these bags full of stuff trying to get on the bus, you know. So we got the little stores, we got the everything. All right, see a little games, like gambling or whatever that is. Not quite sure. So they sell lottery, they sell things like that. I don't know how gambling and all that is done out here. But anyway, so you get all kinds of stores, everybody blaring music. Hopefully all the noise cancels out. this is where all the buses used to pile up. Back in the day, I see all the buses, they used to pile up right over here. They still do, but they spread them out. So they got more buses out now. Yeah, sorry about all that noise, all that music, all that extra whatever. We got kids' clothes or what have you. Anyway, so yeah, like the buses, as you guys can see, you know, they line up here, but they spread them out even more. So now they're lined up all the way. But it's like imagine at rush hour. Imagine when people getting out of work, school, the whole thing. Remember, still early in the day. It's like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the afternoon now. And yeah, buses all through here. So I used to have to go over there and then figure out what bus was mine. And then, well, I mean, my bus, I think, lined up over there. It was by Sears. Let me see. I'm gonna take you over there now. But yeah, I used to line up over here all the time to get my bus. Sorry about all that music, all that extra loud noise, but yeah, I forgot which bus was mine, but it was right here. It was one of these buses here. All right, and then I would just get on that bus, and then that bus would just take me straight all the way down to like a block from the house, from the Airbnb, and then I would just get out there. But yeah, you know, just retracing my steps. Yeah, those other mascots over there. So these are very typical Yucatecan food. You know, we got the kibis and ¿cómo se llaman eso?
Sí, piedritas.
Pelitas.
Piedras.
Oh, piedritas, yeah, piedritas. Muchas gracias. So piedritas and kibis are very typical Yucatecan food. But yeah, what I was gonna say about those guys over there, you know, they look very, you know, like low energy, man. You know, low energy mascots. You know, they got 3 mascots, and then the other mascots that we saw, there was just one of them, and they had more energy than all 3 of these guys put together. Anyways. I don't know, like none of you guys care. Anyways. All right, so this is where all the buses line up, and then people just, you know, they get on the bus and then they take it to wherever other part of the city. Uh-oh, hope he doesn't run over the bike there. See, that bike should not be parked there for obvious reasons. See, that guy's all right? He's about to move it or get crushed. But yeah, because that's a BC Maya over there, and it's like, it's a bicycle store and a motorcycle store, I think is right next door somewhere. But yeah, so I'm gonna figure out. All right, let me cross the street. But you see the traffic's already starting to pile up. All right, all right, let's walk a little bit further this way before I get on my bus. I gotta figure out what bus, because things have changed. So I gotta figure out which is the bus is gonna take me back home. Because what I'm gonna do is just get on a bus and have that bus take me all the way as close as possible to my house, and then I'm gonna walk the rest home or whatever. But you see, look at all the buses over there. All the traffic, things are starting to build up. Now things are starting to get a little crazy out here. All right, as you guys can see. So yeah, a lot of things have changed out here. You know, it just looks nicer. It just, honestly, it does, you know. So I think the economy's booming. You know, we got the Sherwin-Williams already out here and everything. Remember from past episodes we were talking about that? Look at that. All right. Do a little 360 this way. All right. And that's it. I don't want to walk too further out because I got a bus to catch. But you know what? Honestly, let's just keep going this way. I completely forgot. There's more buses. There's more buses this way. And the bus that I'm gonna take I can stop that bus and just get on that bus. It doesn't seem like the buses are full anyway. So I think I'm just gonna walk a little bit further, see how far we got. All right. You see those double arches over there? Let's see if we can make it that far, all right? But over there, those double arches, that's like part of the old city. And they have a little walkway in between them that's so small. There's a little walkway that is in between the arches there that is a tiny walkway, which is what the walkway used to be for the people that originally lived here, that were even smaller than the people that live here now. But anyways, a lot of times, look, I'm not gonna lie, a lot of times I could not get on the bus because the bus was too full and I had no other choice but to walk all this back home. And it was like a 20-25 minute walk all the way back home. So a lot of times I had no choice for many reasons. And I had to just, you know, another bicycle shop. In fact, I've made episodes around this area. Jeez, sorry about that. Where was I before I got rudely interrupted again by the intense, incredible heat? By the way, we are in the hottest part of the year out here in Merida because there's no rain and it's just heat and humidity, and it's terrible, which is like around May. After May, you know, once the summer rains, you know, the rains come in June, July, we're good to go. But for now, it is hot. All right, so we were making our way all the way over there. So as we do that, let's, you know, what I'm gonna do is actually I'm just gonna cut ahead to get over there, so that way I make sure I have enough battery, and then we're gonna do the ending over there. All right, how's that sound? All right, just to make sure we're all on the same page, and you know I didn't skip ahead or anything. So I'm just gonna stop here and I'll see you guys in a second once I jump ahead to the area I want to show you, and then we're gonna end it there. All right, so we've arrived over here. So I want to give you guys a little perspective so you can see. So this was part of the old city. Remember the giant arcs? All right. And look. All right, look how... so we can make it under here, but see, it's going to hit my head. All right. But some people still fit through there. Like Christian, you know, Christian, you can fit like... You know, my wife, you know, she's small and tiny. She fits right through there. All right, let's see if these guys are gonna walk through. I think they are. They're gonna walk through. There they are. Look at that. All right. But yeah, so Christian, you know, she walks through there, you know, no problem. It's very small, very tiny, like she is. You know, I'm just a big old dumb, you know, gargantuan, I guess gringo. Is that what you would want to call me? All right. So as you guys can see, you know, fit through there. So I think that guy's trying to pull over the bus. All right, so he can get on the bus. And I think I'm gonna join him. So with that being said, all right, we're here. I showed you the arcs. All right, I showed you a little bit of the history. I tried my best to show you the city and retrace my steps. I hope you guys enjoy it. So I'm gonna get on the bus with this guy so we can just get back home. So with all that being said, guys, you already know the deal. If you like this kind of content, don't forget to please like, please subscribe, please share, please hit the bell icon, but more importantly than anything else, please stay awesome. All right, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Oh, bus is full. Damn. All right, I guess I'm gonna have to walk home. I got no other choice. No room for the bus. Oh no, he was just signaling his friend. Jeez, I can never get anything right. I don't know why you guys even listen to me. Anyways, all right, so I'm just gonna walk back over there and get on the bus. At the end of the day, all the buses, not all the buses, but most of the buses go that way, and I gotta go that way. So I'm just gonna get on a bus and hope for the best. So wish me luck. I got no more battery signal, I got no phone signal, I got no nothing. I gotta figure out a way to get home. And guess what? When I first got here, that's exactly how I was, and I did all right. So with that being said, I'm gonna get the heck out of here, and I'm gonna get out of here, and I'm gonna see you guys on the next one. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys. Look at this.